Here we go, week 3 in college football. I am back picking each and every top 25 game. Let's get right into it. We got Miami versus Bethune-Cookman. Miami. Florida State going against Boston College. This is something I want to see. In my opinion, Florida State has never had a hard time playing up to the level of competition. What they've always suffered with is a noon game against a lesser opponent when they got somebody more important that they're going to be facing the following week. Well, next week they got Clemson. This week they got Boston College at noon. This is the perfect opportunity for them to come out there and lay an egg. I'm picking Florida State to win, but I'm very curious to see if they're going to revert back to their old ways, which is play down to the level of competition. Are they going to overlook Boston College and be involved in a game that's way closer than it needs to be? Or are they going to prove that they are different, that they are for real, and dominate from start to finish? Let's find out. Penn State beating Illinois, but in a game that is going to be much closer than the spread would indicate. I think Illinois is one of those teams that are pesky and tough. I think Penn State is one of those teams who is unproven and unchallenged at this point. This is going to be by far their toughest game so far this year. I like that game to be very close and very competitive, but at the end of the day, I think Penn State will get the dub. LSU, Mississippi State. I'm going with LSU. Yes, I'm still on board with LSU making the college football playoff. I think if the only loss is that opening day loss versus Florida State, if Florida State ends up being any good or continues to be very good, then I think that loss is going to look much better for them because that was a loss week 1 where you took on a real challenge. I think it might come back and be in their favor rather than be as a detriment to them. I like LSU to take care of business versus Mississippi State. I got Kansas State over Missouri. No explanation needed. I just think they're better than Missouri. Missouri is kind of a dumpster fire, so whatever. My favorite tough blue-collar team, Utah, is taking on Weber State. I like Utah to win. What can I say? I'm a fan of what Utah does, man. I'm a fan of the way they play. They just handle their business. No glitz, no glamour. Although their uniforms are pretty fire. I ain't gonna lie. But I like Utah to win. Weber State's not on the same level. Simple as that. Notre Dame taking on Central Michigan. Is Notre Dame looking ahead to their matchup next week versus Ohio State? I don't even think it matters. I think Sam Hartman is having a really good year, showing you what your team could look like when you have a real competent quarterback. I like Notre Dame to handle business convincingly. Georgia over South Carolina. Look, Georgia is going to knock South Carolina up and down that field all day long. South Carolina is talented. They're tough. They're solid, but come on, Spencer Rattler against that Georgia defense, 3 turnovers at least. Alabama needs a bounce back win and in a big way versus South Florida. I think they get it done. I think they win convincingly. I think they make people forget about that Texas loss very quickly, especially down there in Alabama. Those people are going to pretend like that never happened, but I like Alabama to handle business this week convincingly. Oregon State is going to wipe the floor with San Diego State. Oklahoma takes out Tulsa, no questions asked. I mean, honestly, do you think Tulsa is going to compete with Oklahoma? I'm not crazy. No. North Carolina gets a real test versus a game Minnesota team. Now, Minnesota is not as good as North Carolina, but I think they are tough, and I think they will keep this game competitive. At the end of the day, though, I do like North Carolina to win. Duke takes on Northwestern in a game of intelligent folks, I guess. I don't know. Damn near an Ivy League contest. I like Duke to win. Northwestern is a mess right now. They got a bunch of personal in-house things going on. It's bad. Duke takes care of business. Iowa taking on Western Michigan. Iowa. Ohio State in a trap game versus Western Kentucky. Ohio State still wins. Even if it's a bad game or it's close or Western Kentucky brings their A game, Ohio State still wins that game. But the question is, can they dominate or will they play down to the level of competition? I'm going to say that they dominate this game. I'm going to say Devin Brown plays damn near the entire second half. I think it's over very early, very quickly. Washington going against Michigan State. Now, I would love to tell you Michigan State's going to play this game tough, but honestly, with the issues going on with their coach and all the in-house problems that they have going on right now, I don't see it happen. I think Washington comes in there and wipes the floor with them. UCLA taking on North Carolina Central. UCLA wins easy. Tennessee taking on Florida. This is a game I want to pick Florida. I do. I really do. You could call it hedging my bets. I'm going to take Tennessee, But I'm just letting you know, I want to take Florida. I just don't know if I can't convince myself to do it. I think Florida is going to play this game tough. I think this game is going to be close. I think Milton for Tennessee is going to have a bad game. Super gifted player, but there's a reason why Michigan let him go. Michigan taking on Bowling Green. Bowling Green wins, guys. Just kidding. I hate Michigan, but Michigan's still going to take care of Bowling Green and do it convincingly. Is this Harbaugh's game back? No, Harbaugh's still out. Who cares? Who knows, right? Michigan will win. Ole Miss taking on Georgia Tech. Ole Miss wins. They win convincingly. They cover whatever spread it is. I don't even know, but Georgia Tech's not competing with Ole Miss right now. Texas, following their big parade and celebration over Alabama, is taking on Wyoming. This is a game where if you're not smart, if you're not careful, if you're not on your P's and Q's, Wyoming might be able to do some damage. I expect Texas to come out and prove that last week was no fluke and that they are not going to rise or fall to the level of competition, but they are going to dominate and prove that they are worthy of our consideration for national championship contenders. I like Texas to win, but I'm curious to see how they do it. Again, may have one eye on Colorado next week and one eye on Hawaii this week. That would be a mistake. Take care of business versus Hawaii. Don't overlook them. I do like Oregon to win. I'm looking forward to them dominating. Don't look forward to Colorado. Please, we need that matchup. We don't need an upset before that matchup. Take care of business. I got Oregon. Finally, we got Colorado taking on Colorado State. Colorado should win this game. I believe they're favored by 23 points. They should, and they will win this game. Much like Oregon, that matchup is looming next week. It's going to be a massive game, nationally televised. I can't wait to watch it. But they both have to take care of business this week. I do like Colorado to maintain focus, get this one out of the way, win convincingly. I got Colorado winning, setting up a massive matchup with Oregon next week. Those are my picks for week 3 in college football. Let me know what you think of my picks in the comments down below. Do you disagree with any of my choices? Let me know, and I'll catch you guys next time.